over 200 people were gruesomely killed over the weekend. President Bola Tinubu reassured the people of the state of his commitment to restoring peace. Yes, earlier, while addressing stakeholders in Benue State yesterday, President Tinubu promised to work with the state governor of Ayasant Alaya to achieve a lasting peace in the state. The president has also urged the governor to work with all stakeholders, both political and traditional leaders in the state, to resolve the lingering conflict between herders and farmers in Benue State. Meanwhile, don't forget, you can catch us live right here on Facebook and on YouTube at Super FM Lagos. Yes, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at Super FM Lagos. Also, in addition, the detective and the chairman of the Benue State Council of Chiefs, His Royal Majesty Professor James Ayase, has raised alarm over the persistent attacks in Benue State. He described the violence as not just a farmer-elder clash, but a well-planned genocidal invasion and land-grabbing campaign by terrorists. And now joining us live to discuss these issues, first on my list is the Assistant Inspector General of Police, retired. We have another person, and then Mr. Austin Iwar. Mr. Austin, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Also joining us right here from Benue State is the chairman of Labour Party right there in Benue State, and also the chairman of IPAC in Benue State. We have Comrade Ibrahim, Idoko, Otene. Comrade, good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much once again, and thank our listeners.
All right. Also joining the conversation from Benue State is also a comrade under media publicity of the IDP camps in Benue State. We have Comrade Joseph Adafa Joe. Comrade, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for being on board.
Okay, also joining right here in Benue State is a resident of the state. He's also a public affairs commentator right there in Benue State. We have Gabriel Kwangstar. Gabriel, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right,
welcome.
Gentlemen, let the show begin. First, let's begin with the visit of the president. We saw kids under the rain, coming to wave flags. We saw people sweeping, cutting grass and all. Before I come to the Assistant Inspector General of Police, who will take us on the security angle, let me come to the chairman of Labour Party. Mr. Chairman, what would you describe as such a visit and such preparations? We're supposed to be a day of mourning, but instead it was a public holiday declared by the governor. Well, it was looking like a jamboree.
This is the most unfortunate development that some of us have been really concerned and worried over. To turn a mourning situation, a very pathetic and sad indeed development like this against the people of Benue, to a seemingly campaign gathering is disappointing. We are heartbroken. We are disappointed. I like what to qualify as the attitude of some of our leaders over what happened during the visit of the president. But at the same time, I want to equally thank His Royal Majesty, His Royal Majesty, the Totif of Benue State, for standing out and speaking truth to power. It comes a time that we need to say it exactly the way it is. We must not politicize what is happening in Benue. And I must say, for some group of people to turn this more or less into a political jamboree is a disappointment. We need to face these things sincerely and painfully, as it represents the feelings of the Benue people. Okay. It's not correct.
I'll come to the AIG. You retired there. Are you disappointed with the incident that went down in preparation to the president's visit?
Yeah, of course. Just like the chairman said, we are genuinely disappointed that the state government will ask citizens to come out in their Christmas dresses, in quotes, colorful dresses to welcome the president, and even asking children who supposedly have
to be
lost
in school.
School children to come out and line the streets as if we were in the era of the Gowon times when we used to come out and line the streets and don't even know what is going on. It's highly disappointing, and it smacks of politics. It stinks of politics. That's all. Even calling supporters groups and all that to come out en masse, it's sad. It's sad that we had to see that happening with kids lining the streets in rain and singing songs, that apparently they didn't know what was going on. It's sad.
It's sad. Okay, I'll come to Comrade Joseph. You visited IDP camps right there in Benue State. You've gone round to see what is happening. Please bring us up to speed with what went behind the scene while the president was around in Benue State yesterday.
Thank you very much for that question. The Benue State yesterday, as the president was around, there was a lot of people were expecting that everybody would be dressed in morning clothes, and people will express their feelings about the Benue and the Yoruba genocide in particular. But because people were dressed in colorful clothes and all that does not really indicate or prove that actually we were in mourning time. Especially we were expecting, the IDP were expecting that maybe they will come out in their cries with leaves around their waist to show the level of domination by the headers some time ago. But we were surprised that the event was turning into a political gathering. But however, that is the order of the day, and that is the Nigerian for you today. So as much as we, the IDP, are concerned, we are still calling on the government, calling on internal this thing to still aid us. Otherwise, we are still in fear of threats of attack. Isn't by the time the president was even pronouncing the directives of arrest by the AIG to arrest the criminals who are carrying out these criminals attacks on us. There was still armed that's grazing around Yobo in Bayeyadu Council Ward of my local government, and another person stabbed.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. And another person stabbed in the same Uvi Council Ward of my local government.
Someone was stabbed yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
At which local government?
Guma local government, in the Uvi Council Ward of my local government.
Mr. Chairman, can you confirm that?
No, I'm just hearing this. But if that happened to be the case, it reflects what we are talking about. At a time and moment that we should be mourning, and the whole affair was turned into more or less a political jamboree. So people will definitely feel relaxed that there will have been a measure, heavy security measure, to forestall any other unfortunate happening. But what did we see? We see people celebrating the coming of the president instead of mourning and showing our anger over the life of the people we have lost. Over 200 in Yelwata. And I want to tell you, if you go to the Benue South and Historia area, which is called the Zone C, the CNC, the Chief Commanding Officer of the Nigerian military, instead of us challenging the Chief Security Officer of Benue State, who is the governor, to do the right thing and go into proper investigation. Let me also add quickly, the president himself have to say that why is it that there were no arrests?
Yeah.
To tell you how careless.
I'll still come into the AIG on that, but let's take it gradually. Let's take it gradually.
Yeah.
Let me come to the people. We listened to the people of Benue State yesterday. Some community came out, to speak to the media, to speak to the press yesterday. Let's listen to them, and then we'll come back, and I'll come to Gabriel after this. Let's listen to them. We'll be right back.
I bet they tell our president say we not get food. We don't reduce. We got this kind of security. We got this kind of security. Now they come to forest. Those people who don't die. Campaigning they can't do. What you talking again? I say, but the man when they come, waiting they come to do. Now my question, man, no waiting they come to do. The purpose of coming. Those people who die now, those people go come up, then will rise again. But some people believe they have they come. Can't solve the problem. The dead people now go come out alive. If you come now, those people not go wake up. See, pass everything, the making go back, we don't even need them. No, we don't need them. Now, what I want to know. I didn't go now, the problem will see a rise again. Nobody gets up from Makodi for Benue.
It's coming,
everywhere killing, Not only TV people that they kill, then they kill both people, man. It's not only TV people. So we are not happy.
Those are the youth of Benue State speaking to the media yesterday. They're quite not happy. I'll tell you deep down, I'm also not happy. I'm also not happy. Gabriel, let me come to you, Gabriel. Was there any significance to the president's visit yesterday?
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, listeners. I'm still trying to find out what's the relevance of the visit, because we were expecting that, Mike, this killings in Benue State is as old as 13 years, if I can remember. It started in 2011, and this is the first time a city president is visiting.
No, I disagree. I think Buhari was there too. I don't know. AIG, will you confirm that? Buhari visited too.
Yeah, January 2019 or 2018, I think.
Yes, I know the president. Buhari visited.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Shortly after that, he directed the Inspector General to visit. The Inspector General went there and came back. There was a lot of noise and chorus about the attitude of the IG when he visited. He didn't spend the night in Benue. He just went there, took a stroll, and came back and spent the night in Nasarawa.
So one would have expected that the president would personally visit the scene of the incident. The president was supposed to be in Yelwata. The president was supposed to have to be in most of the IDP camps to see things for himself. These things, when they tell them, the president will just, most of the time, they say, go and settle with these people. Settle with who? So we're thinking that this will avail the president the opportunity to see things for himself. Okay, they just brought the president straight to the airport, to the government house. They sat there. Apart from what our paramount ruler, the Toti, said, nobody said anything that will make the president feel angry, and then something like this has happened. The president was kept in the government house just like a normal political rally. People would even see what happened. And then at the end of the day, he left. So truly speaking, and then the president was even making a suggestion that there should be land for the herders, like ranching. Okay, we the natives, like personally I farm. Even in my village, if I want to farm, I hire land because the land I have will not be enough for me to farm. So who are the people that will give the herdsmen this land to farm when even the owners of this land are hiring the land? Because the population is increasing and then the land is not increasing. So I can see that the visit of the president, okay, let's just be positive and be hopeful. For now, we'll just be positive and hopeful. But for me, I was disappointed in the outing yesterday.
Disappointed in the outing yesterday. Okay, let's listen to the Tortiv professor. There is also a prof. Let's listen to him, and then we'll come back. He is the supreme traditional ruler and king of the Tiv people in Nigeria. His Royal Majesty Professor James Ose Ayase CFR. Let's listen to him, and then we'll also head to the president's speech.
The misinformation and we do have grave concern about The misinformation and misrepresentation of the security crisis in Benue State. Your Excellencies, it is not herder farmers clashes. It's not communal clashes. It's not repressor attacks or skirmishes. It is this misinformation that has led to suggestions such as remain tolerant, negotiate for peace, learn to live with your neighbors. What we are dealing with here in Benue is a calculated, well-planned, full-scale genocidal invasion and land-grabbing campaign by herder terrorists and bandits, which has been on for decades and is worsening every year. Wrong diagnosis will always lead to wrong treatment. So we are dealing with something far more sinister than we think about. It's not learning to live with your neighbors. It is dealing with a war. The second apprehension, Your Excellency, we have is the politicization of the crisis. Politicians in the states are busy politicizing the crisis, passing blames instead of joining hands to address the crisis. We hear there are some politicians who would even prefer that the crisis should worsen so that it will be a basis for declaration of a state of emergency in Benue State. Your Excellency, this is unfortunate, and any politicians that prays for more people to die for such a project is against the wishes of the people of Benue State. Your Excellency, Benue State has made a lot of sacrifices to keep this country united. Many of our people died during the Civil War. We paid the supreme price for this country to keep this country united. Why should we be treated like this? This, what you have come to condone us, is just one in a series of several massacres.
It's just one in a series of several massacres. A very disheartening words there. Very sober words there. That's the voice of the Totif, the supreme traditional ruler and king of the Tiv people in Nigeria. His Royal Majesty Professor James Otene Ayase CFR. Well, he's also the president of Tiv Area Traditional Council and chairman of Benue State Council of Chiefs. He was really blunt with his word. I want to come to Mr. Chairman of Labour Party in Benue State. I want to ask you, is the governor still an active Catholic priest?
No, normally, I think I'm not a Catholic, but this is what I know. Once a Catholic priest at that position assumes official responsibility in government, I think for a meantime, he has to step aside. So I doubt so very much.
I'm asking this because if the governor couldn't say this, we have to only take the guts of the chief, the traditional ruler, the supreme traditional ruler, to say this. Then something is wrong somewhere.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
the governor couldn't come out.
Let me say this. Let me be frank with you for a moment. There are people who assume themselves to be the owners of Nigeria. And they try to manipulate people in government to speak accordingly, to try to be politically correct in how they pray or how they speak concerning daring issues like this in the country. I think what the governor is trying to do or is doing is trying to align with that attitude of being politically correct.
Even when people are dying?
When people are dying. That is why we are angry. When people are dying. Now, let me surprise you, sir. Let me surprise you. There is a recent video that went viral of an Ardo. Ardo is the head, they call them Ardo. Okay. The Ardo are the heads of the Meete Allah in particular areas or community. There is a recent video that went viral of an Ardo, the head of the police or the head of the Meete Allah in the South Senatorial zone of Benue, which we call the Zone C. making claim and taking responsibilities of these killings. Can you believe that? And the man is walking free. He is taking responsibility. He said he is the Argo, that is the head of the Mayete Allah in the Zone C area. And he came out in the open, making claims and taking responsibilities of the killing. How politically correct can then we be in this matter? We need to speak the truth. We need to speak out. I'll be very disappointed if our politicians are still speaking the political tone in this matter. We need to be angry. We need to show our anger to the world. It's unfortunate.
Well,
to be politically correct.
The people are showing it. The people are showing it. And I think I don't know, but it seems to be like there is an agenda in all of this matter. But before we come to that, let me come to AIG, retired, right there. Despite the security chiefs getting an order from the president, and it seems to be like this order are not shaking them. We remember the time of Buhari then, giving them that this is the last warning. But till they left, they were not sacked. Same thing now with President Bola Tinubu. He's giving them order to fish them out and even questioning that why are they not arrested? AIG retired. What is happening? These people are not brought to book.
Well, let me answer straightforward. I don't know what is happening. But what I can perceive is that the order has been given, and in the president's speech, that is the only part of the speech that spoke to the issue. When he said, how come no one has been arrested for committing this heinous crime? And then he spoke to the Inspector General of Police, and he spoke to the Chief of Defense Staff, and also talked about intelligence. That is the only part of the speech that spoke to the issue. But what I expected is that now that directive has been given to the security forces, I expect that at least there must be deployment of troops and police personnel that will focus on 3 areas. First of all, preventing fresh attacks. And my colleague here speaking from one of the communities, there was an attack on an individual. So prevent fresh attacks from occurring. Securing displaced communities. Making sure that they are given enough protection. And then protecting farmlands during this period. That is what we expect the security personnel to do. We expect that by now, because there has been accusations of sellouts within security to deal with this situation, especially in the NSA, who is also a former police officer. Expect that what he should do now is to set up a joint intelligence operation in the 3 states that are affected: Benue, Nasarawa, Taraba. That is the 3 states. These are the entry points into Benue. The 3 entry points into Benue, and other entry points that where you have these armed militias coming in, and then trace the sources of weapons. So we expect that the president must make it clear that excuses from security agencies will not be tolerated.
So how about the issues of citizens being trained and taking up arms?
Pardon?
How about the citizens being trained and taking up arms? Probably the youth.
No, I had even in the platform suggested that we need to follow and I said it here last time we spoke, we need to follow Danjuma's
suggestions.
Citizens need to protect themselves, armed, controlled, trained to work in accordance with the law, especially when it comes to human rights. We need to do that. We have seen it. We have seen the success of Amotekun in the southwest.
Yes.
Although there are cases of abuse of human rights, but they are dealing with that too. But we have seen the success of that
security outfit
in providing. Yes, we expect that the governors of Taraba, of Nasarawa, and Benue
come together.
We were all there. I guess I don't know whether Taraba
some senators were there.
Nasarawa was.
The APC check, we'll come to that. Yes.
So we expect that these people will start talking to each other because they all face the same problems. We start talking together and borrow the example of Amuteku and establish a regional security.
What about fencing of Nigeria, fencing our borders? There were also suggestions that maybe we should start fencing our borders or fencing the country.
I don't know how plausible that is going to be, but what I expected the chief of defense staff who made that comment, of course, when I heard him make that comment, to me, he was generally telling us that they have failed. So the only thing that can be done, what I think that they should be done, is identify the vulnerable areas of the borders and establish a mobile PMS, police mobile force camps or barracks or formation, and even the military can set up formations in those areas, their own formations. It's a battalion or whatever. They can set it there and then patrol the borders. Look, there are drones. There's technology now. There are drones you can sit in Makoda, sit anywhere.
Yeah, I was going there too because that's what's happening in Israel and Iran, where the president of USA says he knows where the supreme leader is.
Yes, you can sit somewhere and deploy these drones and monitor what is going there.
So why are we not doing these things? If probably we know what is holding back from the security chiefs taking these actions. Could it be that they're waiting for directives from the president, waiting for order from above, even when the president has given the order publicly? Could it be maybe when the president gives order publicly, he tells them in the back that, see, I'm just saying that one for the camera and all that. These things are happening at so much that is happening.
I don't think you need the president to give you directive in buying the things that will enable you to secure the country. I'm not sure you need to do that. What they need is whether they are committed to their job, as we have seen from suggestions by even the chief of defense staff that they are not committed to their job. Because first of all, when this thing took place, the chief of army staff came out and said that he sees the hands of his people.
Yeah,
conniving to perpetrate this. He said it. It means that he has lost control of his
military,
of his soldiers. And secondly, the chief of defense staff himself is suggesting that communities should set up vigilante groups, that they will take care of them and train them, just like they did in Borno. But he didn't tell us the whole story. In Borno, you had the civilian joint task force. What were they used? They were used as cannon fodder. He didn't tell us how many were killed. Hundreds of thousands of civilian joint task force members were killed because they were made as baits to the Boko Haram, and that is what he wants to introduce. I agree that we should have a community action groups or community prevention group or whatever name you call it, or the current one that we have in Benue should be strengthened and given arms and more people recruited.
All right.
The Benue State volunteer group or whatever, we are a volunteer group. I'm not sure they were even paid salaries.
Okay, let's listen to the president, what the comments he had made right there in Benue State. And then we'll come back and open the phone lines so Nigerians, you can be part of this conversation.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to credit Eugenia Abu with the fact that we have a minute silence for the people, the victim of Benue. Why I sympathize with the Benue people, I've spoken to the governor, the leadership and people of Benue to accept our condolences and tried hard, very, very consciously, to maintain peace, harmony.
among themselves. I've always said this, that we are one single human living in the same house, stay in different rooms, but living together in harmony will be the result of our diversity for prosperity. We should be able to manage our anger and frustrations. I sympathize those who have lost their life. The president, another democratic regime of the principle of democracy, freedom, and prosperity. I will protect them. Abuse me all you want. You must take that. How come no arrest has been made? I expect there should be arrests of those criminals. Christopher, thank you very much. I watch your comments, and I know you can't be tired of staying in the bush, and Oloyede and Basha, thank all of you, but we need to keep our ears to the ground. Let's get to those criminals. Let's get them out. Not just to show our face, but to share in your grief and condole you and ourselves for the loss of lives that are upheld. I aborted my visit to Yelewa because of the rain, flood, and bad roads, and particularly seeing the ruins and the carnage on camera is hard enough to keep a decision. We'll do something for the redevelopment and recreation of that environment.
That's the voice of the President Bola Tinubu. I come to Mr. Chairman of Labour Party right there in Benue State. The President didn't visit Yewata. He says because of the rain and the bad road.
Well, you see, I'm still.
I wonder if the terrorists.
I'm still not
follow that same route.
I'm lacking the words to use. The primary reason for the president coming to Benue is to sympathize with the victim, especially of that mayhem in Yelwasa, the unprovoked terrorist attack. And I think the first port of call, if he is sincere and is indeed empathetical, and he wants to show empathy and sympathy to the people, to the good people of Benue, the first port of call, no matter the risks and challenges, should be to go to Yelwata and assess these things for himself firsthand. Then visit the IDP camp where some of these people have been displayed to. Giving excuses shows lack of commitment, show lack of empathy, show lack of seriousness. Please, let's begin to do the right thing. Let's take things seriously. We should stop politicizing issues. We are touching human life, and the primary responsibility of every government is to secure life. Is to secure life and property. And when people's life and property are being damaged, people are being killed, and you are giving excuses why you cannot go to the spot where these things happen, where is our humanity?
Where is our humanity?
Empathy?
A very big question there. I was so disappointed to know that the president didn't visit the sport. It's really disappointing. Let me open the phone lines, Lagos, so you can be part of this conversation. Before I come to Comrade Joseph there to tell us how the people feel when it was discovered that the president couldn't make it down to Yewata. But let's go to the phone lines. Let's pick this call. We'll come down to you, Comrade. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Michael. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Spotlight. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm Ben from Iwar. Good morning.
All right, Ben from Iwar. Please go ahead.
You see, Mr. President will ask a question yesterday, say, why is it that arrest has not been made? Maybe you remember that we used to say, Mr. President is holding these people from making arrests. So which means the IG of police and the chief of army, they are deceiving the president now. They are giving him false information. They told him that maybe they are on top of this, they are on top of the matter, they have done this, they have done that, and they have not done anything. Everything are the people supposed to resign by now. They are the ones deceiving Nigerians. It is true that Mr. President is incompetent. He doesn't show empathy. is politicizing it. How can you be saying that terrorists that carry AK-47 that came out from the river and keep people, children, roast them, that it is communal clash? How can you be saying that they should make peace? They should give them land to build their ranch? Terrorists. And the governor said they are from foreign country, and they are killing these people with AK-47. Is it communal clash that you use AK-47? The only federal government have license to purchase AK-47. I can't look leader for AK-47 and say, governor, to give a Moteko. The Buhari refused, said no. It is under exclusive list. Now, why is the Mr. President behaving like this? Tomorrow, these people will kill again. All the communities, this is where they gather. They are not sleeping in their houses. It was where they gathered, they went and killed them there. What do you want these people to do again now?
Thank you very much for your comments there. Yes, the phone lines 0705 690 0927. 0705 690 0927. Or call 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Mike.
Yeah, good morning.
And
Welcome.
your guest in the studio.
Yes, good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Peter Usifu. I'm calling from Abanoja in Ikoton.
All right, Peter Usifu from Ikoton, please make your comment.
First, I think Mr. President has to be commended for visiting Benue State yesterday. My main takeaway from that visit was a statement issued by the Turkey, Professor James Anyasi. He said it all. He made us to believe that it was not a problem of headsmen farmers clash. Like it was purely land grabbing. And it was genocidal because the bandits and of course the terrorists from external forces were coming to Benue to kill their people and grab the land. But in fact, it also made me to understand that it was jihadist problem because Usman Danfodio was said to have died in Benue State. And those people, the Fulani, were not happy about it. So they were always coming from time to time to kill people in Benue and grab their land. So this was what the Turkey made us understand. Now the way forward. And not only that, he also said that some politicians were collaborating with these external forces to make sure that the genocide was very, very possible. So the way forward, I think the president has brought up some political leaders and traditional leaders together, which I have always been asking for before. And in fact, also religious leaders have been brought, in a committee to make sure that this thing stops and actually Benue State actually becomes the asset of the nation. Because it's affecting everybody in Nigeria, especially we in the South, when we don't have food and when the cost of food that is available is very, very expensive. So I think the president did well. But for him not to have visited the place because of the downpour, the erosion and all the rest, I think it's not too good optics for Mr. President.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm also happy that he also asked the IGP, who are the people that have been arrested so far, and the IGP has no answer to that. And he said he's a tiger and lion. So I'm not a tiger and lion in him. We should do better than this. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that. Yes, the phone lines is 0705 6900 927. 0705 6900 927. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, you can call the order number 0802 978 8003. 0802 978 8003. Or call 0705 6900 927. 0705 6900 927. Don't forget, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Yes, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at Super FM Lagos. Hello, good morning. Okay, you can also call 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. You can also reach it 0705 6900 927. 0705 6900 927. Yes, okay, we have a message. Yeah, we have a message here. But before that, let's quickly pick this call. Hello, good morning. Yes, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, we can't hear you. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. Please, can you speak up so we can hear you? Good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. Maxwell, calling from Lagos.
All right, Maxwell from Lagos. Maxwell, please go ahead.
From the look of things, the president did not go there to solve the problem. He go there to play politics. Because I didn't see him with that order, giving the security apparatus, the security a marching order to go after those people. We're just seeing as if it's a normal meeting, and I don't understand, making people, when you say, why is it that nobody has been arrested, everybody started clapping. Why are you clapping? Why are you clapping? For me, he should do more. He should do more. This is the life of people we are talking. Blood of the people. It's what we are talking. It's not the blood of goat or fowl.
Thank you very much. Take your notes. The president should do more. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from, please?
This is Michael calling from Ireland.
Okay, Michael from Highland. 1 minute, please, Michael. Go ahead.
Okay. I think the president should do something about this situation. It's not good. A lot of life has been lost at that place. Let the president do something.
Let the president do something. That's noted right there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Mama Enugu.
Mama Enugu from where?
Ogun State.
From Ogun State. All right, Mama Enugu, 1 minute, please.
Precisely.
All right, go ahead, please.
Please, sir, I must say that our Mr. President, I did not say anything he went there to do. How can you clap for security people that they are doing well? They are in the bush. They are doing well. Why these people came and killed over 200 people and other things that they destroyed? So I did not say the usefulness of Mr. President to go there. And for the governor there that call himself a Christian or whatever, a priest, please, we should check him very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Okay, yes, the lines again is 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. Our call is 0705 6900 927. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, please call the other number. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from, please?
Reverend Olushola.
All right, Reverend Olushola. Well, you have your governor too, who was also a Reverend Father. Please go ahead. 1 minute, please, Reverend Olushola.
Yeah. I wanted to pick from suggestions of the president that elders forum should be formed in order to end this thing. And he said all former governors, all former leaders of that area to form an elders forum, because there is no way where there is no internal connection for the people enter. There is no way that the people within the corridors of powers are not part of these things. The only way out that if this elders forum is formed, it will solve the problem within Nasarawa and that Benue State.
All right, that's noted there. Elders Forum should be called for. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello?
Yes, please turn down the volume on your radio set so we can take your call properly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. All right, this is Samuel.
Samuel, we're sorry. Please call us back. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, I am Mr. Francis.
All right, Francis. All right, Francis from Satellite Town, please.
And Mr. President, with due respect, Mr. President has failed automatically. It's fair. If you go back to Nigeria Constitution, chapter 2, from 13 to 14, our life and property is the most first thing to protect. Then, Mr. President, have you protected our life and property? Is you running campaign against 2027 with our life? Mr. President, with due respect, we are going to cook for you people. 2027, we are going to cook for them. They have cooked food for us. We have eaten. We have enough. Then we are going to cook for them. Watch and see.
All right, thank you very much.
We campaign. He went there to do campaign. He didn't want to do anything.
Thank you very much. That's noted that they'll be waiting for the president to come at 2027. Very disappointed. Let me come to a politician who's right there, Comrade, the chairman of Labour Party. You heard it, that they are highly disappointed. And come 2027, maybe there will be a reflection come 2027. Your comment, please, just so that we can take more comment from the people and also from our guest here. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, what do you say? What do you think?
Yeah, a dim of hope anyway. It is not all too bad. The issue of raising a committee of elders to visit the president, I want to believe that committee will go there, say the right things, ask the right questions.
If the governor could not say it, if it only takes a prof, a supreme traditional ruler,
I'm hoping among the elder committees, sir. I'm hoping among the elder committees and the stakeholders that will be included in that committee will also find courage in that. I hope the meeting is going to be closed door.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I also want to put it to you. What was the senators, the governors, the APC chairman, what were they doing at
that's what I'm saying. So because you see, let me say, Dobson, this narrative, sir, is cleverly guided.
Well, I think I saw the governor of Imo State also. I saw some other governors. I saw APC
the narrative
senators.
that is going on, the politicization that is going on. I'm telling you this because I know the narrative that is going on is cleverly guided by a certain class of people to politicize it. And because of that, some of these politicians trying to be in their good books, and trying to be politically correct, are choosing their words. They are choosing their words. But I hope by the time they get to meet the president, the stakeholders, the elders, the committee that were asked to be formed, it's going to be a closed-door meeting. So that the discussion will be no hold back.
Mr. Chairman, I put it to you there. If Labour Party was the party, ruling the state, do you think there'll have been something different?
Well, I can tell you that it will definitely be different with people like us in the mix.
All right, so
I can assure you of that.
Let me hold that there. Let me hold it there. Let's come to Comrade Joseph. Comrade Joseph, what was the reaction of people there after the president left? What was people's reaction? You visited IDP camps right there. You are the media publicity of IDPs in Benue State. What was people's reaction? What was their comment like after the president left?
Thank you very much for that question. You see, the inability of the president to visit the scene of the incident was very bad. It does not portray a good image about his coming. His intent was to come and sympathize with the people that were victimized, killed, and to assess a first-hand information to look into what is happening in Nigeria and what is happening in Benue in particular. But he refused, let me put it that way, to visit the area. It shows a misinformation has been put by the Totif, His Royal Highness Professor James Ayate.
What was their comments like? Because of time, what were they saying? What was their body language?
Their body language was that the man does not show any concern about their plight. Otherwise, that was the purpose he was coming for. And by staying in the town and not visiting the area, does not show that he has not seen them, he has not known their condition, has not known how their well-being, and he does not care for their well-being. So apparently they're saying that the government is not listening to them.
The government is not listening to them. Okay, thank you very much for that. Let's come to the AIG, Assistant Inspector General of Police, retired. Mr. Austin, way forward, what do you think the security chiefs should do moving forward? And the people, the youth?
Well, going forward, we have. Let me first of all say that the president's visit, the president did not see the issue as a national issue. He didn't see it. From his speech, he didn't see it. He saw it as a problem of the governor and his people. He saw it as a Benue problem and not a national issue. And that was why he was more or less blabbing throughout the speech. And then, in terms of security, I think, like I said, the last part of his speech clearly gave directive to the security agencies to take the bull by the horn and deal with the issue. And we expect that in the next couple of days, we will see that happening. I think that this radio station should, even in the next 1 month, review what has gone on. Talk about it again.
Definitely we will. Definitely we will. I can assure you.
Has anything changed? Has anything changed after the president's visit? Has anything changed? What we expect that there are structures that we expect that the governor should even begin to pursue to make sure that there's peace, especially with regards to the IDPs. We expect that there should be a funding for IDPs. You can imagine that in Benue State you have more than 21 IDPs, and these IDPs have been there for the past 15 or more years. Yeah. Not one has been resettled. So we expect that there should be some support for the IDPs to go back to their ancestral.
All right, we're really out of time now. Thank you very much, Mr. Austin. Just like you said, we'll come back and review all of this that has happened in Benue State. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Assistant Inspector General of Police, retired Austin Iwar. Thank you very much for your time this morning. The chairman of Labour Party in Benue State, Comrade Ibrahim Idoko Otene, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Also, Comrade Joseph Apahar Joe, Media and Publicity High DPs in Benue State. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time this morning. I will